Dad's Dungeon Dudes.
Well, welcome back to another adventure around the Verdant Awakening, or through the Verdant Awakening campaign. My name's Chris, I'm your DM for this adventure. And as always, we are a family-friendly table where we're going to be prioritizing teamwork and big ideas and having some fun and laughter. If you want to support our show, please share this with someone who might like it and encourage them to subscribe as well. And leave us a comment in wherever you're finding your podcast. We'd love to interact with you and answer some of your questions that you might have. Share one of your favorite moments or that sort of thing. But today around the table we have...
Ruben playing Ebony Claw Shadow 2.
Teddy playing Thornsley Shadow Scale.
Isaiah playing Soldier Dog.
And Hugo who playing Gabriel Brightwing.
Or vice versa.
Now, last time when we played, we had an incredibly intense encounter in the Jade Spires. As our party had been traveling in to meet Silas or confront Silas, Thornsley had a terrible accident. So the party ascended into the grand glass staircase, and a jagged chandelier above them discharged this petrifying trap beam straight at Soldrin. But in an act of ultimate heroic sacrifice, Thornsley tackled Soldrin out of the way, and he took the full blast on himself, and he turned into a solid emerald statue. Now, as Thornsley started freezing up, he took some deliberate actions to imbue a Godberry with some of his personality, and he threw it to Ebony Claw, and then the party continued up the staircase, driven by grief and by anger, and they confronted the Alpha Beast with the three of them. This was a massive glass stag, and inside the stag was a beating sapphire core. So Gabriel used his crossbow, Soldrin cracked the core with a heat-seeking guiding bolt, Ebony Claw shattered the whole heart completely in the end with a shatter spell, and so the beast was cured, and he turned back from this glass perfect creature into an organic one and grew back his fur. Ebony Claw then fed his magical Godberry, which we had termed the Godberry, and the burst of restorative magic ultimately went into the stag, and he recognized Thornsley's essence within. And so the stag left from where they were fighting him back to Thornsley, where Thornsley was standing as this jade crystal person, and he ultimately melted the jade and brought our favorite druid safely back to life. Now, Hugo, I know that last time at the end of our last session you mentioned that you were a little worried that Thornsley might have gone mad or drunk while being frozen. Let's see how he's feeling as we jump back in.
I hope
Ebony Claw.
Firstly, would I be able to grab some of those Sapphire Heart?
So you
and is
can
it worth anything?
You can have a look. As you reach for the Sapphire Heart, there are a couple of shards that are really sharp and pointy, and they won't hold any value. They're in fact starting to melt away into really a puddle of water. But there is 3 or 4 pieces of its core that are still solid, and so you can pick those up. They're worth about 20 gold pieces each as raw I guess gemstones that can be cut into beautiful gems for rings or things like that.
Okay, I am keeping them all. How many is there?
There's 4.
Can we eat
Thornsley.
one?
Well, I'm like, wow, 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 wow. And then I'm like, hey, everybody,
Hey everybody,
can I find something? No.
Very good. Anyone else?
I love you.
What?
Soldrin.
Hopefully for a slappy and I say slack.
How do you respond?
Hello.
So as Thornsley shakes himself awake a little bit, you look around the greenhouse where you were fighting the stag, and inside there was this beautiful glass and jade. And as you look at Alpha Beast has been destroyed, the freezing fog within this greenhouse starts lifting. It's been replaced by a warm, almost golden kind of light. And so the stag, now the Alpha Stag, lets out a soft and a peaceful kind of deep rumble within himself. And he nuzzles at your hands, and then he steps back down, heading into the forest that has started healing within this giant glass house. Now, ahead of you, past the shattered remnants of the glass staircase, there is a set of massive see-through translucent double doors, and they lead into the highest point of the central spire that you're in. Now, would you like to explore the room that you're in or anything like that, Thornsley?
Well, I want to explore all the rooms to see if there's any loot.
Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Investigation. I'm not very good. Can I give him advantage because I want to be walking around with him? 6.
All right. So with a 6, you look around and you start seeing that that all the bits of glass that had encased all the plants within this room have started dripping away, shattering, and as they fall, they kind of disintegrate. So even with a 6, you recognize that these are in fact magical things that have been trying to preserve this forest, and they're starting to disintegrate. The source of the magic, however, seems to have disappeared. Thornsley.
Then would I be able to say to everybody, since the control crystal is still on me, right?
No, that went
roll
to
a d4.
Went to someone else. So I think it went from Soldrin to Reuben last time. So
roll a d4? Wasn't it on me first?
Roll
so
a d4.
Reuben or Ebniclaw, roll a d4 for me, please.
Okay.
So how this will work is Gabriel.
No, it was a d6.
What? How?
Wait, no, d4.
It was a d6 which divides into 3, but now since we have 4 players.
2.
All right, so now it goes to Thornsley. Thornsley, you have the control crystal once again.
Well, would I be able to say to everybody, hey, come over here, help me push these doors open?
Hang on,
I
I
guess
thought
I
you were
don't have
still
a
slapped
choice.
silly.
No.
No, I know what you were doing while you were trapped inside the jade. In your own personal hell, being slapped silly by me going... Yeah.
All right, so as you push open the double doors, you enter into a place called the Shattered Atelier. Now, atelier is just a fancy French word for like a artist factory or a place where beautiful things are created. So you step into this atelier and in front of you is really a truly breathtaking and dizzying sight. Your eyes can't quite make sense of what you see in front of you. Now, it is a massive circular, spherical dome that you're in that's made all of glass, and it's floating high above a scale model of the forest around you. And so as you look at it, you realize that there is no solid floor from where you're standing as you've entered this room to where Silas actually, the glass shaper actually is. You see him. There's no solid floor. Instead, as you enter through these gates, you are on what is effectively a little cliff edge, and there's just a sheer drop of empty air beneath you, between the doorway and the far side of the room. Now, between you and where Silas is, there are these giant concentric spinning rings. Now, inside there is glass and clockwork gears within these rings, and at the very center of the room, floating inside an absolutely flawless, glowing triangular prism of solid glass, is Silas the Glass Shaper. Now, his hands are busy moving around. They're waving in all kinds of circles and threads. You can hear he's busy spellcasting, and as he moves his hand around, they look sort of like a conductor or conducting an orchestra. and he's weaving these threads of cold, blinding light into the air as he does so. And as he looks at the four of you stepping through these glass double doors, his eyes look at you and he says, "Chaos, imperfection, you have ruined my forest, but you will not ruin my flawless world."
Now roll for
Soldier.
initiative. Oh. Before we roll for initiative,
Maybe.
well maybe, I should say, you should unleash your grasp on this world at once.
I
Very
load my
good.
crossbow.
All right, you go load this crow. Yeah, very good. Thornsley.
I prepare. Well, no, I do the ready action. I'm going to ready my poison spray.
Okay. Ebony Claw.
2 questions. Firstly, how wide across is the cliff?
So it is at least 100 feet from where you are standing to the center bit of this giant glass dome where Silas is. There are these basically spinning rings. One goes sort of up and down around the center where Silas is. One is sort of diagonally tilted, and the other one is spinning in a diagonal kind of motion, and the other one is spinning in I guess you would say 180 degrees from that.
Okay, since that's the case, I'm going to use the ready action to ready shatter, and that looks like 2 balls of energy just appear. I'm slowly forming in my hands.
Sure. Thornsley.
I'm going to go like, the fight is on.
Okay. So that's where you find yourself. In the center of all these spinning gears and rings is basically a pyramid, a glass pyramid, and Silas is inside.
So he's in, so is Silas a human?
Silas is a human, yep, and he's standing on the inside of this giant pyramid, which is being surrounded by all these rings shining. Soldier.
So if I cast a guiding bolt, those rings could take the hit instead.
Yes.
Would they disappear?
Don't know.
Are there any spots
do not.
where you can get rid of the rings?
Roll what?
Study
all of you, roll a perception check. For me,
I'm
please.
good with perception, +5.
I am. Perception.
Am I bad with it?
23.
Just a single roll, Ruben.
12. Let me see.
22.
12. 18.
Okay, so 22, 23, 12, and 18. Between the three of you who rolled higher than 12, you have a look and you see that each of these rings is about 10 to 15 feet wide. As you look at the rings, you notice that the outside one is spinning slower than the other two. The middle one is spinning faster than the outside one, and the inside one is spinning the fastest of them all. Now, inside the rings themselves, you see all this kind of beautiful glass clockwork, and it's filled with all kinds of stained glass patterns. There's triangles, there's squares, there's hexagons, and as you look at it, you realize that this has a kind of magical reason for being there. Now, the rings are constantly spinning, and the rotation keeps changing. So it's not constantly spinning in one way or the other way. It keeps kind of changing as Silas is moving his hands to direct whatever he's directing. Now, from high above, you look up and you see that there is a giant crystal at the very top of this sphere that acts as a kind of skylight. Raw sunlight is pouring into the room as being concentrated by this crystal, poured down into the space where Silas is working. It may be some sort of energy collection device of some sort.
Aha!
Along the outside of the walls where you are standing, you also notice that there are 4 large silver mirrors that are mounted on tracks that can be moved, although they don't seem to be in use at all. Thornsley.
Well, would I be able to cast poison? Firebolt on Silas?
You sure
Its
can.
range is 120 feet.
Yep, you can reach. That's fine. You can try that.
Natural 20 plus 5, 25.
Very good. So your firebolt races across, and with your natural 20, even as the rings spin, by sheer luck or chance, the fireball from your firebolt itself passes through each ring, and it just narrowly misses every time one of the rings is moving, and so it sails straight through the whole contraption and hits the central prism flat on. You notice a little bit of charring, as it must have collected some dust through the air or something as where it hits the prism, but the prism itself is totally undamaged and does not seem to be affected
I know what
at
we
all.
have to do.
Soldier.
How far up is that crystal?
That's what I was gonna say.
So the crystal is about 120 feet above.
I can reach that.
Go, Teddy, go.
Okay.
You two do it at the same
Would
time.
it be 120 feet from where we are?
We'll say you're within range.
Okay.
So,
Okay, you two do it at the same time.
Soldier.
Probably have
level 1 guiding bolt.
All right.
Would I be able? Would I
You
be?
two, I could shoot my crossbow, then you hit that, and
Oh yeah, we get the light to wrap, we get our bolts to wrap around Hugo's thing, and then it's like a supercharged arrow.
Or,
Yeah.
And I could add. And I could add shatter to
So
the thing.
what I want you to
I could
do
add
now is
shatter.
roll a. Tell you what. Why don't you roll a performance check for me, and we'll
I have
see.
to since I'm shooting
just
the
no. I just
crossbow?
want the two that's casting the spell.
I'm also casting a spell.
What are you?
16. Shatter to wrap around for Hugo's thing.
Okay.
So
That's
shatter is a
fine.
check for me.
What? Shatter is a mental thing.
No, it's
So the
not.
same thing. Performance check, please.
Performance.
I'm so good with
Plus
performance.
7 for ribbon.
7.
9.
7, 9, and 16. All right. So the you do actually waste your spells, the 7 and the 9. So you need to mark them off.
my crossbow.
You,
Wait,
you
no.
need to mark.
19.
You need to mark them off as having cast that spell, ribbon.
Yeah, I'm going to
And the 16 actually succeeds, and so it starts wrapping itself around the bolt that Hugo cast. Hugo, roll a bolt attack roll for me, please.
Crossbow heavy 6.
Okay, so with your 6, surprisingly, you actually hit the giant prism thing in the sky, and that's purely out of luck because it is so big. You hit it square on, and you can, with the infused magic around it, and it hits that, and also no damage is done. And so you've spent a bunch of spells and a crossbow bolt, and nothing has happened. Soldier.
I should just do my normal thing with
Okay, so roll an Arcana check for me, please.
Oh, I am good with Arcana.
Am I?
Arcana. I've got plus 7.
Arcana, I've got
8.
plus 1.
The lowest possible for me.
Okay, so did you roll a 1 then?
Yes.
So with a 1,
7.
you notice that these spinning rings are the key to getting to Silas, but you can't figure out how that works, Thornsley.
Well, would I be able to?
Wait, maybe it's like that game.
What if? You know how there were those mirrors that are on tracks? Where do those tracks lead?
So they run around the outside of this room. So you can actually walk around the outside of the room and move these mirrors. They're kind of like on little tracks that run around the room, and in the center is the prism.
Well, would I be able to do something those light games, where you have to aim the mirror, to get the lights to bounce off it in a specific pattern?
Roll an investigation check
I so much investigation.
because you're investigating to see whether you can do this.
7. Can I have heroic inspiration, someone?
No, he can do calculate.
No,
that's great.
No,
That's
that's for
calculate, that's
attack.
for an attack. Soldier.
Can I like do the same thing and see?
You can also roll an investigation check.
8.
So both of you have a look at your at these mirrors, and you notice the tracks run the full length of the room, so they can be moved in any direction around the room, but you cannot see any light specifically actually being able to be shone onto the mirrors themselves. And so the mirrors are obviously there to reflect light or reflect something, but they're not. There's no light beams that you can see. Thornsley.
Well, would I be able to where is the light being concentrated onto again?
So the light from the central crystal up the top is being concentrated straight into the prism, and it seems like that is a way in which Silas is getting energy to perform whatever thing he's busy doing.
Would I be able to how far is the track? How close is the track from Silas?
So think of it this way: big circle. In the center of the circle, which is about, what did we say, 120 feet?
Yeah.
100 feet or so. In the center is where Silas is. The track runs all the way in a big circle all the way around. So at any one point along the outside, you're about 100 feet away from the mirrors are about 100 feet away.
Would I be able to do my famous wild shape and turn into the swarm of crows?
Ravens.
You can do that. Now remember, these big rings are spinning in all kinds of directions, so just take that into account. So as you start thinking about what you want to do, we'll go to Ebony Core.
Does anybody have a spell that summons clouds?
I have gust of wind.
Does that
I have
summon
disguise
clouds?
self.
I need something that
as a cloud.
I need something that makes a cloud.
Well, Ruben.
Because I have an idea.
I could disguise myself
Soldier.
as a cloud.
Can I do 2 things? One, can I do investigate? No, one thing. Can I please use detect magic?
Sure, you can cast Detect Magic. How do you want to cast it? As a spell or as a ritual?
Ritual.
Alright, so you sit down and you start casting Detect Magic. Now, what does that look like? Describe that for us.
Oh yeah, it was like putting my putting 2 fingers up to my head and going.
Yeah, so as you do that, Thornsley, are you going to take a wild shape or no?
I might not.
Alright, so as you all consider and you wait now for Soldrin's Detect Magic to finish, the magic itself finishes, and this is what you get. Can you roll an Arcana check for me, please, Ota?
Another arcana.
Oh, Arcana easy. 13.
Okay, so that's enough. So what you realize is that indeed it is as you suspected. The light that is being collected from that central crystal is being funneled by Silas to perform some sort of magic. From your 13 and from your roll a history check for me as well, please.
History.
History.
I've got +4. 8.
Okay, so even with an 8, you remember reading about a specific ritual that takes a couple of hours to complete, or at least the final part of which takes a couple of hours to complete. The whole ritual itself takes a full year. But what you are seeing before you, with your Detect Magic, your 13 on Arcana and your 8 on History, you are seeing the final chapters or the final moments of this ritual coming to fruition. What this ritual will do is it will permanently freeze this entire world into the glass shape that Silas has been trying to make it into, so that the world, according to him at least, can be perfect. Now, this ritual requires an enormous amount of energy, and that is why it is being collected basically from the sun at this point, concentrated and into this central prism that he is in.
Will it include turning everything into us? Will that include us?
If you are still here when that happens, that will include you and every other living being, including Lyra, who you met in the forest a few episodes ago. So that's what you get with the knowledge, Ebony Claw.
I'm gonna sing a song, and it's gonna be chicken nugget meatballs. Yeah, I'm having chicken nugget meatballs for dinner. Chicken nugget meatballs.
And the purpose for singing that song is what?
Cheering everyone up.
Okay, and
I'm
so
doing a silly little
for
dance.
the, can you roll a performance check for me, please?
Plus 7. Performance 18.
Okay, so with your 18 in that performance, your party's spirits and morale is boosted, and so for the next 1 minute, they will have advantage on all rolls. Soldier.
That is very helpful. Because I was going to shout at Silas, why are you doing this? What is your cause? And I'm going to use intimidation.
Okay, so roll an intimidation check for me.
What advantage?
Yes.
Wait, does anybody here have...
Natural 20 plus 2.
Okay, so Silas, in the middle of this ritual of his, he looks towards you and he sees this cleric of knowledge and logic. And even as you ask him that question, he's visibly shaken by the power in your words. And so the immediate, the little bit of the ritual he's been up to kind of resets, and you notice that as he's being intimidated by you, all the rings that have been moving kind of grind to a halt for a moment and then restart up again as he continues. Thornsley.
Well, would I be able to move would I be able to move the mirrors and stuff to see if there's a good angle for anything?
Yeah, so a roll. I'll let you just do that. So as you walk around, you grab one of the mirrors, and you notice that it can move the full length of the circle that is around the central prison. So they're on these kind of little tracks with, I guess you'd say, ball bearings, and they can move the whole length. Anywhere that you move it to, does it actually do anything though?
Well, would I be is there a way I could pry the mirror off the thing?
You can do that. Roll a strength check for me.
Or just use a crowbar. Or just use
Oh yeah, I have a crowbar.
All right, with advantage.
But I already have advantage.
Then you still just have advantage.
Just have double advantage.
You can't have double advantage.
No, you roll 4 times.
13.
Okay, so yeah, with you jam your crowbar into the little hinges that attach it, and it rips off, and you now have a mirror in your possession. Go back to Soldier.
Well, is Silas going to answer me?
So Silas doesn't answer you. He, after being paused and frightened by you for a moment, he picks up his ritual where he stopped it, or restarts that last bit. You can see the frustration in his face, because this is clearly the moment that he's been waiting for and working towards for quite some time. But he isn't yet, he seems very safe and secure within his prison. And so he doesn't seem to really care, even though he did get frightened by you. He just picks up again and keeps going. Ebony Claw.
2 things. Firstly, actually no, one thing. Can I cast Vicious Mockery on him?
The range is 60 feet.
Oh wait, no.
No.
Hang on.
Can I try that again, but shooting fire?
So you've already learned that the fire does not affect the prison.
No, shoot fire out of your hands and be like,
be scary.
You can roll a second intimidation check, which will be your last one. You get a
But I'm also shooting fire out of.
Yeah, sure. And so with the 17, again, he's a little bit shaken. The wheels of the rings kind of grind to halt a little bit. They just slow down this time. They don't actually come to a full stop. And even though Silas is intimidated, he nevertheless continues through it and continues his ritual. And it seems to have no further effect on him. Thornsley.
If Ruben could sing his song again, would I be able to, on the tracks, like I'm just gonna put down my mirror, but on the tracks I'm gonna cast Thunderclap a bunch of times, and
Okay, I'm gonna be singing my song. I can use the Chord of Courage.
Okay, so what does the Chord of Courage do?
I have no idea.
it heals people. 1d4
How do you
plus
know
your
that?
charisma modifier.
The Chord of Courage is this. Once per day, you can strum this chord as a bonus action. An ally of your choice gains temporary hit points, 1d4 plus charisma modifier. That's basically what happens.
Okay,
Can it not be him?
Then I'm going to be singing my song, and Teddy, what were you gonna be doing?
Thunderclap.
Okay, chicken nugget meatballs. I'm having chicken nugget meatballs for dinner.
And
nugget
it spells thunderous sound can be heard up 1,000 feet away.
Yeah, so as you do so, the things in this room kind of reverberate. Your thunderclap acts almost like the drum beat to this song of Ebony Claws. And as that happens, you notice that the rings themselves have joints. They must be attached somewhere in order for them to be spinning in this kind of circular kind of pattern. If somehow you can stop a ring, you will be able to build a walkway to the prism where Silas is. But you need to figure out a way to stop the rings to be able to do that. So,
Can I also be very helpful? And also, as Ruben is singing his first song, I'm just dancing around like a farting.
sure. Thornsley.
Would I be able to maybe poison spray? Would I be able to poison spray the gears itself?
You can do that. Yep, sure. And so roll an attack roll on that for me.
9. With advantage, I forgot
You've
advantage.
got advantage, and your advantage is about to run out, but that's fine. You can roll it still this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll again. Wow. 13.
So you poison spray right at the connection point of where this outer ring is, and so as it turns out, the DC for that particular ring was 13. And so as you do so, the gears of that ring grind to a halt, and they kind of rust in place. And as they rust in place, that ring, as it comes around, settles on a perfectly flat surface. And so now you've got one of the rings completely stationary, the outside one. You notice as you do that, you take a tentative step onto the ring, and you realize it's quite secure. You can actually stand or walk on it without any real issue. And as you do so, you can see the beautiful intricate patterns within the ring itself.
Can I try on the second one
Wait, I want to try.
with my
Wait,
poison spray?
would a Constitution save spell work?
No.
No, because you're not trying to save against something. So that's what happens as you do that. So now you've got a choice. You can either stay on the edge where you are, or you can step onto this ring as a
I'm stepping
onto it.
I'm stepping on. I am stepping on. Then how many feet away will I be once I step on?
So you step onto. So now there's the ring itself comes to a halt, and so whatever the math is, about 30. Let's say it's 30 feet wide. I think I said before it's 10, but let's call them 30 feet wide. And so as you step onto this ring, you can get 30 feet closer to Silas. So now you would be about 70 feet away.
Still not close enough for.
Can I poison
Gabriel.
spray the next one?
So I understand you all want to be stepping onto this to come closer. So as you do so, I need you to do something for me, and that is to roll for initiative.
Yes.
We're going into initiative order here.
Finally.
12.
20 non-natural.
What do I get? I get a 23.
12.
So 23, 20, 12, and
Let me see.
No, 13.
Yeah, 13. Could have
7. No, 3.
No, it was this originally.
We rolled it 3 times and we got a 14 the first time.
so then that's what it will be, Ruben. We don't cheat in this game. Cheating is not fun for anybody.
It is for the person who
Yeah,
is.
but it ruins the game for everyone else. So 23 was Gabriel. Then we had
20
20 for Thornsley.
13 for me.
and 14 for...
Okay, so then it's Ebony Claw, and then you shall go last, old Soldrin. Alright, so now I need to explain a few things. What is happening is that you are not actually in a battle, but it makes sense to do this in initiative order because things now will start happening that you need to think about and deflect and those sorts of things.
So can I do the thing I wanted?
No. So as you have now stepped onto the central ring, as soon as you align that ring and you step onto it, all of a sudden, from the crystal in the roof, it emits a sharp beam. Now I'd like for you to roll. You've got the control crystal, so I want you to roll a d4 for me, please.
A D4.
Yeah, four-sided die.
Someone's gonna get hit again. I think.
Wait, do I need advantage on it because it's
No,
not...
it's just a D.
2.
Okay, so 2. So this is so the light that starts shooting from that is bright blue, and it's targeting the walkway. So as it hits, I need you all to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, one at a time. We'll start with Gabriel.
Am I good at it? I have +2, I guess I am. 5.
Okay.
I'm doing
Then Thornsley.
Wait, no, we have advantage. Oh no, it has the 1 minute been over.
1 minute's over. Advantage is gone.
Okay, 8.
Yep. Then we'll go to Ebony Claw.
Let me see. I almost rolled charisma. 11.
And lastly, Soldrin.
11 as well.
Okay, so all of you have failed, and so you. So what happens is that this blue light has hit the ring that you're on, and it's created a ice surface basically. So you now take. Basically, the floor underneath you is frozen, and so with your failed save, you have fallen. You've slipped and fallen, and each of you take 1 damage, 1 cold damage as a result.
Because
Still have 1
is it
temporary-
dry ice?
No, it's wet ice. So, and so as a result of that, you are now prone. So, what is going to happen now is that Silas is, during his ritual, it is starting to pulse this white mixed with green light. And each time one of these rings of light that's part of his ritual happens, it will shoot out effectively the magic that is going to freeze this whole world, but you're being affected with it as well at the same time. And so, so it is now Silas's turn, and so now I need for you all to roll a Constitution saving throw. We'll start with Gabriel again.
Another
please.
Constitution.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that you're going to spend your next action to get back up so as to do your next
Wait, do
thing.
you need half of that move?
Non-natural 20.
Okay, so you've got 20.
I can use my reaction.
14.
Yep. Teddy, what reaction? What for?
Remember I readied my fireball?
That doesn't do anything to the magic of this ritual.
No, but I can ready, like I can use it as my reaction to fire it
At what?
at the gear. But my constitution was 18 anyway.
Ruben, Ebony Claw?
Okay, con save. Look. 15.
Okay, so all of you actually save this time, and you take on this ring, you take no damage this turn round. So now we are up to Gabriel, who's first in the initiative order.
Are we still prone?
No, you've now. I'm assuming that you've stood up, and we'll just assume you've done that because movement doesn't really matter in this encounter. So now it's Gabriel's turn. So now, what do you want to do?
Now can I poison spray it?
You can poison spray. So what you need to do is to move to where the particular gears are of this inner ring. Now, because this ring is moving a whole lot faster than the first one, the
You're gonna need
the
higher.
DC is going to be higher.
Is it a lot higher or?
22!
Okay. So yeah, so what happens now is with your 22, you poison spray exactly the same as before. You succeed, you hit the gears exactly where they are connected, and so that as you do that though, you hear this really high-pitched kind of screeching sound of metal on metal, and the ring does come to settle down and is almost flat, but it's slightly ajar. So you now have difficult terrain on the next one because gravity is just pulling you down. So as you walk on the next, across the next ring, you will need to. You only have half the movement distance you've got. And so you'll have to spend at least 2 turns on the next ring in order to move forward because of its difficult terrain. Remember, it is 30 feet across.
So you have to use 60 feet of movement.
So you'd have to use 60 feet of movement, which means that you will have to be at least double. 2 things. Solid question.
Not question. But wait. Oh, it's not my go.
It's not quite your go yet. No. It is Thornsley next. So the gears have stopped. You're all still standing on the outside ring, but now the gears have stopped for the middle ring, and you can step onto it if you so choose. Thornsley.
Well, first, as my reaction for my turn, would I be able to use the firebolt that I readied?
On what?
On the gear.
Which gear?
The inside.
The closest gear to me. That's spinning.
Oh, of the inner ring. What's your distance?
120 feet.
Okay, so that's fine. You can do that as a reaction. So roll an attack roll for me.
12.
12. Okay.
I'm gonna fail.
So yes, you do. So what happens is that this bolt of fire shoots out from your spell focus, and it actually does hit the gear. But because these are metal things, that doesn't really matter. And with a 12, it does no damage, doesn't do anything. It just gets slightly warm for a moment, and then you are in an ice world, and so it doesn't really seem to do anything.
What do you mean
Well,
by damage?
Well,
So that was your reaction.
lot.
You still have an action and some movement speed.
Well, would I be able to travel 40 feet using all my movement to get as close to Silas as I can
Sure.
with the gears?
Yep, you can do that, and I think that's fine. So you're about halfway through the second ring.
How far away is Silas?
So Silas would now be what is 45 feet away, maybe 50 feet away from where you are, or at least his prism, the giant pyramid that he's in, would be about that.
Well then, what did you say again? 30 feet? No, 45.
About 45 feet.
Yep. Okay. Well, would I be able to manifest my flame blade?
What does that do?
It's a second level spell. Basically, it makes this blade of fire, which, it does some damage. And I can throw. Wait, can I throw it? No, I don't think I can throw it. But yeah, it makes it like. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Because if it goes out of my hand, it actually disappears.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Maybe I should cast a poison spray.
And what's the range of poison spray? Remind me.
The range of poison spray. Oh no, 30 feet. Then I might do another firebolt actually.
Okay, sure.
Actually,
And your attack for that is attack roll?
Not
for
gonna
that?
hit.
What is it?
7.
Yeah, so that actually, as you send that bolt out, it's just at exactly a moment that a freak gust of cold wind from this ice land passes by, and the actual fire just disappears even as it travels. Alright, so now we're up to Ebony Claw. Now, before Ebony Claw goes, something happens though. Since you are now, at least one of you is on the central ring, or the middle ring, I need you, Thornsley, to roll for me a d4.
Yep, D4. Ha! D4. I really hope. 1.
And then I need you to roll another d4.
Oh, another D.
2 effects.
1 and a 2.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so by freak accident, the lights that come, or the two, I guess, lasers that get shot from the central crystal. The one is a fire one, which is the number 1, and the second one is bright blue, which is the cold one, and they coalesce together as they come down, the fire and the ice. And so steam issues forth and surrounds the central ring. So you are, and anyone who steps onto the central ring now has the blinded condition.
Oh, come on.
Does that make you have disadvantage on attack rolls?
Disadvantage on attack rolls and all the other things that blindness
Guys,
does.
guess what? I can make my own bridge.
Okay, now it's my
So now it's up to Ebony Claw.
I am blinded.
Okay.
So this is steam, so something like wind,
Gust of wind.
or something would actually blow it away.
Firstly, I'm going to would use it in my Misty Step that's not a spell count as a magic action.
That's a bonus action, I think, is it not?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep, so you can use that as your
So,
bonus action.
I'm going to step across, then teleport using my Misty Step.
Onto where?
30 feet across the blinded condition area.
So that would take you right to the very edge of the second ring. However, the rule for Misty Step is you must be able to see it.
Oh yeah. So
Because otherwise you might materialize halfway inside the ring and effectively die. So that's the problem.
okay, so then I just wasted it because I used it.
No, you can
That's
uncast
okay.
the spell.
It's
you didn't
alright.
do it.
You didn't actually. We're just talking about it. That's fine.
Okay.
Come up with a new solution.
Then I'm going to step across. How many feet would that take away?
About 10.
Okay, then I'm going to walk 10 feet because of the difficult terrain.
So you are walking into the mist, the steam, basically.
Yes, and
That's fine.
And then I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers on the final ring, and it always hits.
Onto the gear. The Cloud of Daggers also requires you to be able to see, I think. Does it not?
Let me see.
What?
I don't have good internet.
He doesn't.
Wait.
I am great in
Cloud of Daggers. Wait.
Does it not sound very posh? Like, no, posh.
Does it not?
Yes, that sounds very posh.
Oh, well,
I
thank you.
just had to go out, then go back in of D&D.
Does he have to be so posh?
Well, that's just not bad.
Cloud of daggers.
What does
now
it
let's
do?
see.
Nothing. It only doesn't need to strike across the face.
You conjure on a point within range. That does not mean I don't have to see
It's a
it.
verbal somatic.
Yeah, so all you need to be able to do is move your arms and speak. So, rules as written means you can do that.
Like we did.
Okay, so now you need. So it always hits, but I need you to make a spell attack anyway.
What does that mean? You mean
What's your
that?
spell attack?
So basically, do a spell save, which will dig
I don't know what that means.
you in your saving throws page.
Saving throws page.
One of them is a spell save.
No, there isn't.
He means like, what's your spell save for like charm person? Oh, it's 13. So all his things are with 13 for his saves. Spell saves.
All right, so roll a d20 for me.
Come on.
D20. 8.
And then go to your intelligence. Or you're a bard, so your wisdom, sorry. What's your wisdom modifier?
+1.
Okay, so that's a 9. So your cloud of daggers does actually hit and gets to the gears pretty much exactly where Thornsley cast his fireball before, or firebolt. And oddly, because the gears there are quite warm, as the daggers keep hitting it, they just clink off the metal bits, and so they keep just clinking off, but they just don't seem to be doing any damage. So you can hear them ringing, even though you can't see them, but it hasn't succeeded at doing what you want to do. All right, so that now brings us to Soldrin.
I should also move across using my 40 feet of movement.
Yes, so you're basically next
You're
to...
where I am.
Yeah, basically next to
And
the
I
other
shall
two.
use Ray of Frost to freeze her gears. Why not?
That might freeze the steam though.
Okay, Ray of Frost, so do a spell, just roll for attack on the Ray of
So
Frost.
a hit DC?
Yep.
Death and very sad.
Okay,
You
so
use targeted strike.
you could do that.
Well, do I fail?
You do fail, yes.
Yes, hold on, I'll show you targeted.
All right,
No, you
so...
can have my inspiration first.
Alright, well you can re-roll with Hugo's inspiration, that's
Okay,
fine.
now I lose my inspiration.
20!
Okay,
That's
so that does actually hit. So what Thornsley and Ebony Claw experience is they're in this cloud that basically is like a giant mist, and
I thought I was in it.
they can hear the inside ring spinning so fast, like boom, 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 as it's spinning around the central prism, not prison. And so they hear the sound of ice coming past them as you cast this bolt of ice or whatever you call it, and it hits exactly where the other two are. There is a bunch of daggers randomly flying inside this gearbox assembly. It is hot because of the firebolt that was in there before. But as your ice enters into that place, it cools down the heat from the firebolt, and that causes a chemical reaction inside the gears, and they start rusting straight away. As this happens, you can hear the central ring starting to slow down. So there's a boom, 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 it starts slowing down. Boom, 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 boom. And so you can hear it starting to slow down. All three of you are currently blinded, so you don't actually know whether it has stopped or not. But you can hear that it has slowed down at the very least. Now we are back to Gabriel, but before we go, we'll do that.
Wouldn't Isaiah have disadvantage because he was in the fog?
I don't have to see it.
No, but because he was in the fog. Or could we just say that he fired it before he went into the
No,
fog?
it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. Gabriel, what do you want to do? So you're still on the first ring.
I thought I was in the second.
You haven't moved yet.
Oh. But I went in with my movement.
You did.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't yet.
No, you have.
I don't think so.
I was the one to unlock.
I did.
No, he was the
You got
first.
unlocked the second ring, but
He didn't move on to
I did. I said that was my movement. It's speed.
Alright, so that's fine. So then you're also in the cloud.
Now I need to get blinded again.
So you are blinded, yes.
And now I will try and poison spray it, which is really risky.
So you want to poison spray in addition to what has already happened. Okay, so you rolled an 11 for that. So your poison spray hits the same place, and as it does so, you're not sure whether it hits or hasn't hit, but you do hear the sound of poison hitting the side of a metal thing and then kind of sizzling away. Yeah, exactly, like a shh sort of sound, and that's what you hear.
Let me hear a horsey.
And anything else you want to do, Gabriel?
I will move. Wait. Have I used my movement?
No.
Okay, then I'll move back.
back out of the cloud
Yeah.
to the first ring.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move back out of the cloud. You're back in the center of the outside ring. Now, from here, because the ring is circular, you can actually see that what's happening with all three rings. So the outside ring frozen in place. The middle ring slightly ajar. It is now frozen in place. The final ring has come to a perfect flat surface leading right up to the prism. So you
I
can
will
see.
shout out, hey guys, we made it, stop!
Right, and so now you have a way across. And so with a final kind of thunderous metallic clang, the inner ring finally locks into place, and the spinning chaos of this atelier, this inside glass factory room workshop, stops. And as that happens, a deep blast of wind runs through this room, and it dissipates the mist that you've been in, and you can see in front of you. Now, standing right in front of you is right from your feet up to where Silas is. You see the giant prism, the giant pyramid of glass with Silas inside, and Silas takes a step back inside the triangular prism. His eyes widen in shock. He can't believe that you have gotten this far. So he looks at you, at your exhausted and your determined faces trying to come to stop him.
I yell at him, so you thought you could try to defeat me?
And me.
Yeah, and so he looks at you, and in his shock, he kind of mutters to himself, I didn't think this was possible.
I heard that!
And now, as that happens, the bridge is completed, and you rush forward to go and confront Silas. And as you step onto the central platform, you whip out your crossbow.
I load my crossbow.
Yep, all of those sorts of things.
Guiding bolt.
You're ready to tackle Silas inside of his prism, and he seems to regain composure of himself, and he smiles a cold but kind of terrifying smile. And he snaps his fingers, and he doesn't even say a word, and a blinding flash of ice-cold light emerges from him and from this triangle. And it's sort of, imagine in your mind like what would happen if you dropped a rock into a pond. There's this wave of magical energy that escapes from the central prism. And the four of you are standing right outside the prism, and as this wave of magical energy and light erupts from his triangle, the glass beneath your feet of the ring that you're standing on surges upward like freezing ice, and you recognize what's happening here. This is exactly the same thing that happened to Thornsley last time, except this time it's not jade and green colored, but it is white freezing ice, and it starts crawling up your legs, up your chests, and up to your faces. And before you can cast a spell, or before you can swing your weapon or shoot a crossbow bolt, you're all four of you completely encased in this solid, unbreakable glass, entirely immobilized. You can still hear, you can still think, you can still see, but you cannot move. And so Silas floats down, the prism connects to the ring platform, and as it does so, it seals the room, everything rights itself, and now he stands in the center of this room. The prism disappears, and he stands there looking at each one of you as if you are insects caught in amber in a tree. And he clears his throat and says, "And now my masterpiece will remain forever unchanged, forever perfect." And that's where we will leave our adventure for this day.
Dun dun dun, please like and subscribe!
Please like and subscribe if you want new characters for us.
And so, if you've been listening in online, we want to thank you so much for listening to Dad's Dungeon Dudes. And we really want to encourage you to reach out to us as well, so we can give you a shout out on a future episode. So you can do so through leaving us a comment on one of the podcasts or on YouTube, and we'd love to interact with you. And also, we always encourage you to share this podcast with your friends, your family, and your fellow adventurers who want to join us on this journey through the Verdant Awakening. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check out our links in the show notes to connect with us. But until next time, today we've had playing around the table with us.
Played by Gabriel Brightwing.
Isaiah playing Soldier Noel.
Teddy playing Thornsley Shadow Skull.
And Ruben playing Ebony Claw Shadow 2.
Thank you so much, players, for playing with us again this week, and we'll see you all again next time on Dad's Dungeon Dudes.
Hey! Dun, 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 dun.
Dad's Dungeon Dudes.